Hey guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this don't work. So I'm actually doing some work here in my workshop and stuff. Michael Anthony is actually at his grandparents' house until tomorrow, so kind of here alone on this Monday as we get ready to watch the Washington Redskins take on the Bears. You want to hear a sad story here? The Redskins are 2-13 on Monday night. Not good at all. But hey, that's football. But it's amazing to me how things change in the NFL quickly. I mean, we've been looking really good, but that doesn't mean that we can't turn around and end up being some shit, okay? That's life in the NFL. And it really, when you start talking about playoffs and Super Bowls and things like that, it's really about the team that's healthy and gets hot at the end. It doesn't always matter who plays good in September. So, be careful of thinking that it's all done and over with. We got a lot of football left to play. But it's amazing how things change. We were sitting here listening about how good the Cleveland Browns are going to be. Oh no, this is not the same Cleveland Browns. They got so much talent with Odell Beckham and Laundry and everything else. Great defense. They are incredible. They had them ranked higher than the Cowboys, even though the Cowboys were a playoff team last year. Well, it used to be Baker, touchdown maker, and now it's Baker, he's a faker. But then again, they might be able to turn it around. We heard about how Lamar Jackson is just a running quarterback, and now he's one of the top passing quarterbacks in the NFL. And now they're actually talking about something that you would not believe that somebody would say just a month ago about my quarterback, Dak Prescott. The guy that said it's just a game manager, a bus driver, a guy who doesn't wow you. Now they're asking, who would you take, Dak Prescott or Carson Wentz?
Boys smashed the Dolphins 31-6. Dak has
I know,
the
Dolphins
all
stink.
cylinders. He's already thrown 9 touchdowns this
9
season.
touchdowns.
Second in the league. The struggle is real for his NFC's counterpart
Second.
Carson Wentz as the Eagles.
Oh, Carson Wentz, not so much.
Lions falling to 1-2 on this.
Don't sleep on the Lions. They're actually a good team.
I'm on this camera. Hey, camera.
Hey, camera.
Guys, I'm going to start with you here. Actually, let's start with you here, Ryan. Which quarterback would you take right now, Dak or Carson?
Man, it's so hard because I think Carson Wentz is very talented and maybe a more naturally talented passer, but Dak Prescott is the guy you have to go with here. And first off, it's about
What?
It used to be because Dak Prescott was a game manager, and Dak Prescott wouldn't get you in
Hate
trouble.
that term.
Dak Prescott
I hate
was
game
a guy
manager.
that remained healthy. But since getting Amari Cooper, his completion percentage is higher than anyone else in the league, and he's in the top five of many passing categories. And now you add what he's been able to do this year. They've been pushing the ball down the field, getting guys like Smith involved, obviously, and adding Randall Cobb. And the element that he has added as far as what he can do from the pocket, as far as creating more plays and also getting outside of the pocket and getting the ball downfield. Dak Prescott, if you don't have a Patrick Mahomes or a Lamar Jackson over these first 3 weeks, you're talking about Dak Prescott more than you're talking of any quarterback in this league. And if you watch Carson Wentz, there's always this fear that every time he takes a hit or when he hits the ground, because he hasn't really learned how to protect himself, that he's going to be a guy that won't be available the next play. You don't have that concern with Dak Prescott. And Kellen Moore is getting a lot of the praise for what Dak Prescott has been doing, but he can't help Dak Prescott be accurate.
Right.
He's not helping Dak Prescott recognize the coverages downfield and make sure he's hitting the open guy. I believe Dak Prescott has been presented with a better supporting cast. He has a better offensive line. He has a better running back, and now he has some complementary pieces outside. But Dak Prescott right now is playing like the best quarterback in the whole NFC. It's not just the NFC East. He's the guy you're going to look to that can carry his team to the Super Bowl in this conference. And so for me, is Dak Prescott.
What?
Is Dak Prescott.
Why does Ryan always have to say his government name, though? It's never Dak. It's fully Dak Prescott. Every single time.
Government name.
I can't call it Dakota.
All right.
I can't argue against it too strenuously anymore. That's why it's a good.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And
It's about to be
I'm
some
gonna start
shit.
With Dak, I'm going to say I'll still take Carson Wentz. I'm going to start
Of course
with
you will.
Dak. I've always said he's a game manager who's big on third down and good under pressure, and he's mobile. So, like, the guys who come to mind, number one, Tom Brady, except he's not mobile, although he is when he needs to be, actually. Early in his career, got a little more credit than he deserved, maybe. And then later in his career, turned out to be even better than we thought he was going to be early in his career. Same thing with Russell Wilson. It kind of looked like in Tom Brady and Russell Wilson's case and Dak Prescott's case, they had that thing about them, but maybe they were doing it with a little smoke and mirrors.
Right.
Until as time went on, no, they actually developed beyond where we even gave them credit for originally.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Eagle fans, cover your ears, Eagle fans.
Do give Kellen
Cover your ears.
enormous credit for a more dynamic offense and the acquisition of Amari Cooper and the health of the offensive line and Dak's experience. Here's the thing about Carson Wentz. Because I think he can just do something that other guys can't. If it wasn't for Patrick Mahomes, I'd be talking about Carson Wentz as maybe the new Aaron Rodgers type, right? But Mahomes does exist. Here's the thing that bothers me about Wentz right now, even though I'm going to still take it.
Bothers you about Wentz?
The loss to Detroit reminded me of the Minnesota and the Carolina games early last season. The team isn't playing for Carson Wentz. And that, more than even the injuries, guys, is what I'm concerned about. Dak has the thing that gets his team to play for him, and always has, by the way. And so I'll make it closer than I would think just the eyeball test tells me. The eyeball test tells me Carson Wentz just more talented. But the team's got to start playing for him. And Stephen A., I brought up this article so much that you've told me, all right, we know about Joe Samuel-McQueen already. That article he did on Carson Wentz and the difference between him and Foles in the locker room. They loved Foles, right? They played like they loved Foles. The offense and the defense played like they loved Foles. Same team. When Foles got back, they made another, first won the Super Bowl, then they made another run the following year when they looked flat with Carson Wentz. Wentz has got to figure this out. He's got to figure out a way to lead, if that's possible, and interact with his teammates where they want to block for him, where the offensive line is, where the defense comes on and they're juiced. He has not shown that yet, and therefore, I can't argue too strenuously against a Dak pick. I still believe in Wentz because I see the talent. The eyeball test says if it weren't for Mahomes, that would be the guy for me. But he's got to get the other stuff together. It's closer than it ought to be.
Max.
Dak Prescott is number 2 in MVP for the league behind Patrick Mahomes.
MVP talk.
74.5%.
MVP.
They're 3-0 right now, and he hasn't had the injuries to deal with like Carson Wentz. Outside of that, Molly, I have nothing else to say because in the process of Max Kellerman making this argument about Carson Wentz, he said everything about Dak Prescott that there is to say. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Wow.
Every time Ryan says Dak Prescott, take a shot.
Wow. Leaving Stephen A. speechless. But talking Dak Prescott MVP? What? So I guess we can say he's definitely in the MVP conversation now, can't we? Ha ha! But is there something to what Max said? We've heard that Carson Wentz is a little bit of a diva, that there were a lot of players that liked Nick Foles a whole lot better. And when you start thinking about Carson Wentz, I'm not trying to throw shade on the man. Everybody thinks because I am a Dallas Cowboy YouTuber and that I am a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, I will not say I'm not, because I am. But here's the thing. When you think about Carson Wentz's career, I know we say 2017 that he was an MVP candidate. And I'm not trying to go ahead and belittle what the Eagles done because I don't care what the circumstances are. You still have to go out there and succeed. There is nothing given to you at all in the NFL. But looking at that 2017 season where everybody talks about he was an MVP candidate, understand that that schedule they had was a 4th place schedule because they were in the basement. I'm not throwing shade on them or anything like that, but it's a fact. And that's one of the reasons why teams will go from worst to first, because they have a couple of games that aren't against the big dogs. They've had a longer off season to heal up and things. You got an extra month as opposed to a team that's in the playoffs or deep in the playoffs. These are things that are factors in the NFL that will make things better. And the problem is, when you look at Carson Wentz, you can only really think, and I'm going to ask you Eagle fans to be honest about this, and I'm not trying to be an asshole, but you could honestly look and say Carson Wentz has had one career-defining game, and that is playing against the Rams. That is the only really big game that he's won. And when you look at last season and thus far this season, Carson Wentz is 6-8. And the only team that he's beaten with a winning record is the Colts. And like I said, I'm not trying to throw shade on the man. I'm not trying to belittle him and all that. I'm putting out there the facts. And if you go ahead and listen to me, you know that I'm right on that stuff. So now you have people talking about Dak Prescott, MVP candidate. It's still way early to start thinking about something like that, but he's in that conversation. Hats off to Dak Prescott. And, well, of course, I was always going to take Dak Prescott over Carson Wentz, so it was never a question to me. So in the meantime, I got some more work I got to do, so I'll catch you guys later on. Don't forget, tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, we have our live stream coming up. We'll be talking about everything that happened from yesterday. We can enjoy this victory and stuff, but we got New Orleans on Sunday, and it's going to be war. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon.